Welcome to China Events. I am Jason. BRICS is a cooperative mechanism comprising 5 emerging markets and developing countries, namely Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, which aims to promote multilateralism, global governance reform and common development. Recently, the 15th meeting of BRICS leaders announced that Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, Iran and Ethiopia were invited to formally become members of the BRICS family. This is the first expansion of BRICS since South Africa joined in 2009, and a landmark event. Why were these 6 countries invited to join? The G7 group may be the most economically powerful international organization, but if anything, the one with the broadest influence in emerging markets is likely to be the BRICS organization. Although there were only 5 countries in the BRICS organization previously, they are some of the best economic development in emerging markets. Moreover, since its inception, the BRICS organization has been committed to closer internal trade and has been very helpful to other emerging market countries through the New Development Bank. In this organization, China's economic strength is undoubtedly the strongest. Many other countries also hope to be able to establish closer economic exchanges with China. Therefore, a number of countries to apply for membership in the New Development Bank and the BRICS organization. In the previous incomplete statistics, at least 40 countries have expressed this willingness, and many of them have even submitted formal applications. From 40 countries to choose any one of which is very normal, but now officially announced the list, contained in the 6 countries, we clearly see the global de-dollarization of the layout has been roughly completed. To the BRICS organization as the leader of the many countries, is the formation of a kind of siege to the situation of the US dollar. Of these 6 countries, 3 of them are from the Middle East, the traditional Gulf states, all of which are oil exporters. Saudi Arabia in December last year has announced that will be in the future trade with China in the use of RMB settlement, and the first settlement business has long been completed. And this year, Saudi Arabia also rumored that it intends to export oil to China, with the collection of yuan from the Shanghai market to buy gold. And this year, Saudi Arabia has also repeatedly invested in the equity of various companies in China. Obviously, the relationship between Saudi Arabia and China is getting closer and closer. Iran is in China's mediation, finally in March this year, and Saudi Arabia to re-establish diplomatic relations. In fact, when Iran was sanctioned by the US a few years ago, the oil and gas trade between Iran and China has completely abandoned the US dollar, and the use of the yuan is an inevitable trend in the future. The UAE is also one of the Gulf countries that use RMB for oil and gas trade with China. In other words, half of the countries invited to join the BRICS organization are oil exporters, and all of them are trying to de-dollarize. The hegemony of the dollar has a lot to do with the fact that oil was tied to the dollar, but now the dollar-oil system is disintegrating step by step, and there is no doubt that the 3 Gulf countries joining the BRICS organization has accelerated the disintegration of the dollar-oil system. Argentina has also been invited to join the BRICS organization this time. So far, Brazil and Argentina in South America have all become members of the BRICS organization, and these 2 countries are the largest economies in South America. Earlier this year, a number of countries from the North and South began to further promote the South American dollar in meetings. And a number of South American countries, including Brazil and Argentina, have begun to use the yuan to settle trade with China. Just recently, Argentina also ingeniously began using the yuan to pay off its dollar debt, which has further boosted the yuan's international standing while depressing the dollar's share of payments. By the same token, Egypt and Ethiopia have expressed a similar willingness to join the BRICS organization when they previously applied for membership, and more trade, as well as less reliance on the US dollar, has been a strong motivation for these countries to apply for BRICS membership.